Chimasua Sukaya. I welcome you, holy ones. Thank you for being here on Christos Avatar. It's a little bit late. Sorry about that. But we're trying to improve. Kochiwa. Oh my god, yeah. Let me get this little bit of code. We're just getting started, so we're going to be talking about Starseeds tonight. Achiwa. Starseed Origins, holy ones. Check it out. Machiwa. Oh my god, yeah. Alright, so we're going to post something real quick. Just to get it off to the right start. Phoenix Nymph in the house. Thank you for being here, holy ones. Alright, now we're getting the party started. Yes, holy ones, Pleiadians. We have to understand that there was a period in the second seeding of the humans where the Pleiadians and the Arcturians were a big part of our ascension, especially when you realize that we were actually using, considering that Alcyon, their planet Alcyon of the Pleiadians, is actually our sun, but it takes a lot to explain that, but I will, not today, but we're also, they helped us a lot against, in the second seeding, which is a really long time ago, but we're just part of a long series of wars that we went through. So and I thank you for being here. I thank you for part of this Starseed awakening. We are indigo children, yes, and we are remembering who we are. We're awakening to who we are, and this is something that we do together. And this is a special time because right now is this opening cycle, this Stargate opening cycle, and we're actually in a Stargate closing cycle now, but what we're doing is it's the thinning of a veil, and a lot of people are going through an awakening, and there's a spiritual war happening, and that's trying to prevent the human race, the majority of humans, from ascending. So you're going to have someone pushing back, someone trying to prevent you, someone trying to disempower you. Okay, we're awakening to this. Welcome, holy ones. Thank you for being here. Chitas machakaya, homa anakacha. Sometimes you will hear these light languages. Valerian, the Mac, the third is in the house. Yeah. Greetings, holy ones. Aaron Anello in the house. Ah ho. Awakening, that's right. Awakening your other eye. Hello. Greetings, holy ones. You are so kind. I appreciate you. Kumachiwa amaka ane sisita ochopa. Yeah. Amo opa eche wasu kamachewa. Cheers, mate. So I thank you guys for being here. Sorry it's late. This is Mondays. Mondays are going to be officially where I go with the family to visit and have their dinner over at my sister's house. So I will be late on Mondays, but besides that, I usually do this a few more hours earlier, so and that's okay. It just means that a little bit later soon around 9 o'clock my time, Mountain Standard Time, I have to be more quiet. So, but it doesn't mean we have to stop right away, okay? So, this is a YouTube channel. We're live. Greetings. Hello. Welcome. We talk about ascension, and part of the ascension are starseeds. Starseeds are a big part of ascension, as well as Earthseeds. You don't see hardly anyone talking about Earthseeds. So we have part stellar races and part races from Earth. Okay, you had the Atlanteans, the Lemurians. Those are Earthseeds of Earth. But they're going to combine, be hybridized with extraterrestrial stellar races who are going to come in and be part of this hybridization. And we're working towards a 12 strand. And starseeds, well, besides being part of the genetics, they're also assisting the Earth, seeds for ascension, spiritual awakening, learning how to develop this ascension process. And it's always like talking about, from the perspective of the law of one, which is unity consciousness, Christ consciousness, that it is the idea, the concept, the belief that all beings are equal, all beings are unity, are the same being, we're all one being. So this is the perspective that we come through, okay? And as part of what the Guardian Alliance, the Interdimensional Association of Free Worlds, the Azurite Temple Security Team, these are different levels, different administration, different organization, different hierarchy, but not the hierarchy of the Anunnaki. No, this is simply a hierarchy of energy, of consciousness, of more form, larger form, not comparison of who's higher, who's not so high, who's lower. we would only make reference to that so we know, like, who came first, who is at the density 5, density 4, density 3. Peace, holy ones. What you doing? Akaya. Upa echiwatas. Umakaanas. Anazi Pleiadians. Welcome, Pleiadians. We need to lip pointer emojis. Okay. Just go to emojis.com or something. It's emojis something. I don't know. It's emojis dot something. All right. Good night, Valerian. Good to see you, and I'm sure we'll see you again. And that's okay, you guys. We're gonna be continuing this odyssey of consciousness. We are going beyond the ordinary into extraordinary and beyond. So we are becoming aware of our spiritual journey. Okay? You are exploring consciousness and exploring your stargates, your chakra. You're learning knowledge, ancient knowledge, not new age. No. You want ancient knowledge, founder race knowledge from the founder races, from the ones who came way before everything else. So this information comes from the Ascended Masters who came before everything else. They're the ones that created everything in our time matrix, and I make these videos. Check them out, holy ones. You'll learn about these levels of reality, biology, matter, and spirit. You're going to know who you are and what those beings are that are trying to oppress you, dominate you, take you out. They're not nice, they're not friendly, they're actually evil, I would say. Dark, shadow. These beings are against you, against the light, against the Christos, anti-Christos. It is a spiritual war, and you're being attacked on many different levels, through the air, through the food, through the your chakras are being attacked, blocked. Even your third eye is calcified. You are learning these. They're not like unnatural or supernatural or paranormal. These are actual, real energies, technologies that you're working with. You're building your awareness, your consciousness. You're growing it, you're developing it, you're expanding. See, this is expansion. This is contraction. You're contracting inwards. You're becoming lesser of the greater. A micro of the macro. Macrocosm, microcosm. So you're trying to patas. Sochuma nane ekohoche. Hamache. I welcome all of you. Thank you for bringing your energy, your thoughts right here, right now. Sochua. Ko ewa shua. Koma haini chua potitas. Oma. Kiwa. Oh, check. Cool. We got Aaron Anello. That's why I stopped using deodorant with aluminum and toothpaste and water with fluoride as much as possible. Good tips, Holy One. Thank you very much. Nibiru. Oh, we got... Wow, that's a mouthful. Fur, Anatar, Nibiru, Thuban, Starseed Witch, alligators, salamanders, geckos, Spock. Live long and prosper, Holy Ones. Welcome, everybody. Thank you for being here. Achua. You came at the right place at the right time. And we are going with our intention, with our imagination. You close these eyes and you open imagination, visualization. You learn how to breathe when you meditate. You know how to slow your breathing. Like pay attention how you normally breathe, how fast. Now take that and double it. Take twice as long to breathe. Triple it, quadruple it, and beyond. Try to hold your breath for 30 seconds, 45 seconds, and keep doing this. So first you inhale, take in prana, take in air, take in breath, take in energy. Okay, and you're gonna lock it. And it's locked. Okay, you're compartmentalizing it. You're collecting it through breath. You understand people who are called breatharians? They learn how to eat chi. Breath. Breatharian. You shouldn't be eating plants or animals. Well, I'm not supposed to, it's not me. I'm not supposed to say should. Sorry. or shouldn't. It's up to you. Your free will. What I'm saying is, these are our these are God too. Who wants to be, eaten? Did they give you permission slip? Here's my permission slip. Go ahead and eat me. No, what would we do if we didn't eat plants or animals? What are we gonna eat? Peanut butter and jelly? Okay. No vegetables and no animals. Okay, so what do humans eat? Air. I just told you. Can't you eat air? No. Yes, you can. You're eating, nourishing. You're nourishing. You're receiving energy through air, through breathing techniques. See? It's like, first you breathe in and hold your breath. Then breathe out, hold your breath. Breathe in, hold your breath. You'll breathe out again, hold your breath. Breathe in again, hold your breath. Breathe out again. See, normally we don't do that. Normally we just go. So you're doing two things. You're changing that. You're holding breath, exhaling, inhaling, exhaling, inhaling. Keep. Different systems are going to do different things. Some people are going to do forced breathing, like hard breathing. You don't have to. You're doing a lock, and the first lock is, one of them is where you take your belly and go inwards. You're going this way and then up. So go, and then this goes down your chin to your chest. That's another lock. Okay, and then you have a lock near your. It's kind of like you could sit on a round crystal ball, because it's right there. Perineum, that little thing, guys. You go right there. There has to be a pressure. That's a lock. I put pressure. You could be sitting, if you're one of those flexible people, you're doing that little yoga position and you're sitting right on your heel. So that is locking it. That's one of the three locks. So this is kind of like, you're not just holding your breath, exhaling your breath, you're also doing locks. Energy locks. But anyways, what you're doing is you can sit here and repeat that over and over and over again. And you kind of like, it's going to be uncomfortable as hell at first. Especially it's harder to do such things if you're overweight. Like even my belly right now gets in the way. But I can still stand on my head and no problem, lift my legs straight up, no problem. And but I can't do full lotus now because I hurt myself. I didn't have official training, so I messed that up. But anyways, if you're relaxed and you have a good posture, if you're relaxed but still manage to have a good posture, you're okay. You're fine. Don't worry about it. You don't need to know yoga positions. For real. You don't need to know yoga to ascend, holy ones. But we are talking about the development of chi, development of life force, through the simple technique of sitting relaxed, straight up, and you don't have to do the locks. At least double, if you don't even want to hold your breath, double how long, triple how long, quadruple how long you breathe itself. Breathe, exhale just as slowly. That extends your life. If you regularly practiced breathing slowly if you learned how to just naturally breathe slower, you would live longer. So slow down. Nah. Omokuchiwa. But you also do this thing with your tongue. You put the tip of your tongue at the top of where the soft palate and the hard palate meet, right in the middle there with your little tip, and you just... Anyways, you're using the tip of your tongue, baby, at the top of your mouth. Oh, it's not so easy all the time or comfortable. While you're trying to breathe, you're doing that with your tongue. And you're going to find out it's hard to swallow when you're in that position. The joys of pranayama. Air, man. Just this energy and oxygen. Why do you think they have oxygen bars? You know, go get your oxygen treatment. You could learn how to extend your life, holy ones. And also, this therapy would kill supposed uncurable diseases. Oxygen therapy. I can't give you suggestions for medical stuff, so I don't even try. But this stuff is up to you. You're on a spiritual journey, and you're trying different stuff. And consciousness exploration is normal. You want to know things, you will spend time in dark rooms with your eyes closed in a nice relaxed position, and start training your consciousness. Yeah, you don't want to be an AI, you know? You don't want to like just have your mind chatter, thought, chatter, thought. I'm thinking something else, another thought, another voice, another chat. It's driving you mad when you try to meditate. That's what we're trying to work on. You're trying to calm that storm. You're trying to be self-controlling instead of being controlled. If your very own thoughts, because if you're not anything, what are you? At least if you're not your thoughts. What do you think? What are you thinking? Can you pause your thinking? Pause. You're not thinking about nothing. Is it possible for you to stop thinking at all? Can you stop thinking right now? Yes, you can. You didn't really try. I saw you. So really try. Take it serious. Be mature. I know you're immature a lot. Why don't you be mature for a moment and take this seriously? Meditate alone in the dark and start checking things out. The goal is not to fall asleep. Try sativa. You know, don't be sleepy. As soon as you fall asleep, the experiment over. It's over. Oh, you fell asleep? Well, and nothing happened when you fall asleep, so don't fall asleep. It's part of a discipline. It's part of a discipline. You get used to doing this, getting relaxed. You get used to breathing. You get used to whatever you need to do to get in there, to perceive, to feel. Okay, this is a journey. This is part of your journey. Besides learning, you're training stuff. You're training your mind. You're training chakra work. Working on chakras, seeing balls of energy in the parts, in the places where they are. Imagine your consciousness being your awareness. Imagine your awareness inside the middle of your chest. Don't think at this level, think at this level. Now you're right in the middle of your body. You're right in the middle. Not here, not here. No, know that you're right here, and that your head's above you, and that your body's down here, and you can hear your real heart beat next to it. Like, this is your heart chakra center. This is the heart organ. Many of these are connected to specific glands, organs, okay? Like the pineal gland, the pineal, okay? You have different, not all of them, but a lot of them are going to have some type of association. You know, even the thyroid, that's 8th chakra. This, you have the 9th chakra, and you have the 10th, 11th, 12th. Those don't have glands, but still realize there is a connection that you make with the color and the location. And this is your other bodies, your subtle bodies. Okay, we're pretty interesting. Yeah, we're like particle, and we're anti-particle, and some of your darkness is in phantom Earth, and plus you have other selves, other lives incarnating in your past lives, future lives. But that's really what's happening is they're all happening now at the same time. So you are a doppelganger, you're a shadow, you're a boy, sometimes you are a girl, sometimes you're an alien, Pleiadian Starseed, Orion Starseed, or a Lyran Starseed, or a Lemurian Earthseed. You know, sometimes you're just gonna go back to Source God. You can say, forget about this drama. Not just human drama, but all dramas. I'm just gonna leave the Matrix. Well, you can't if you don't have 12 strand. When you have 12 strand, you can do whatever you want. You can reincarnate again on Earth if you wanted to. Or you can go to Tara. You can go to Gaia. You can go to a different galaxy. Go to Andromeda. Go check out the planet that's so famous over there. See there? So you can do, you can say, I'm done. See ya. Hasta la vista. And then ascend to Source God. No, you just go back to the Ascended Master. Bye. Bye. See you later. Maybe. I love you guys. What you doing, homies? What's up, vato locos? Because I'm starting so late. My homies, all my homies aren't coming tonight. But I recorded my video about the Rishi Elohai Blue Flame. So maybe tomorrow it'll be done. I hope. At least I got it recorded. Thank you for being here, Holy Ones. You're awesome, man. What's going on, baby? We don't have my moderator today. That's okay, guys. They're probably sleepy. Makua Mochi. She was This was prized by the Egyptians. They loved lapis lazuli, and even the women would crush it up and to make that blue color paint, whatever, makeup. This is something that only wealthy people were able to. We take it for granted. We can take a rough rock and just polish it, shape it. And nowadays, with the technology, they were doing a lot of stuff by hand or whatever they had, you know. So, yeah, I love my amethyst. And you hold this right in your hand chakra. See your hand chakra? Usually I feel when I hold another crystal in this hand, I can feel them both going on my arms. Here's Tiger's Eye, and we're just bringing our game on, which yes. And you might as well sleep with a crystal under your pillow. Selenite would be excellent. You can try quartz, amethyst. There's all kinds of favorites. Oh, come on, yes. This is like a spiritual type of war, and I hope you're developing yourself, because those other beings are and they're from other worlds and are pretty powerful. Sikamachu Kemasuna. I believe strongly that there will be extraterrestrial activity around the world eventually. Makanya. You will have to get used to the idea of ETs. I mean, they kind of leave a little bit of disclosure in some of these movies they put in Hollywood. Some type of aliens coming into your world suddenly. Wow. There's all kinds of depictions of what aliens look like. You think of alien, do you think they only look like this gray alien? That gray alien is just what you call insectoid, because they're part of insectoid species. And you would say the insects on our planet, they're part of insectoid, part of the gold flame. Okay, this is, you would say, true evolution is through these original founders. That's why they're called founders, because it is through the founder that we come from. Which founder did you come from? Well, some of us are hybrids. Obviously, some of us are from more than one flame. You know, when you trace all your lineage, if it was that easy, right? If you could just know all of your incarnations. Hey, I'm a Pleiadian, I am a Lyran, I was born in the Egyptian age, I was a druid in the forest, I was, you know, you can perceive some of these things happening, okay, in your own Akashic record. You are going to get hints in your dreams. You will have angels, guardian angels. You will even have fallen angels reaching out to you, holy ones. So always maybe ask who's contacting you. Did you get a resume? Or were you just so excited that someone was talking inside your head? I'm not sure. From another world, maybe. We have psychic warfare. We have psychotronics. We have these beings attacking us. Yeah. So, you say they don't exist, but I perceive them and feel them. Well, what are you about? It's a very dramatic thing happening in the world, but it's not going to be so pleasant forever. Forever. Citas. Kochua. Oh, wow. All of those dragons coming into power. See. Some of you love your reptiles and lizards and those snakes. Oh, yes. Yes. So, they're major religions. They're ancient creeds, dark avatars, part of those angels, not good angels. This is an angelic war. We don't speak from, you would say, religion perspective, from a cosmic, spiritual perspective. There is a difference. Okay, because when we have these holy books only talking about reality, okay, holy books are meant to explain reality. This book says just some poof. And 7 days, poof. So there's more to poof, and realize consciousness, energy, fission, fusion, there's more. There's like these ultra microparticles. They make like strands. The strands make grids. You make these Keylon codes. You're like starting from nothing. Well, something very, 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 very small. Having a bunch of those grouped together into strands. The strands make like fabric, energy, substance. You're making morphogenetic templates, DNA templates. You're going through a series of manifestation steps, progressions, until you'll finally get a manifest form of a human, or a rock, or a frog, or an angel, or a reptilian. It's this code. You see the matrix code fall down. There is a language in mathematical calculation and equation. Oh, wow. Is that real equation, or is that a deception? Is that a real painting? We will be here tomorrow. And we're gonna finish this video about Elohai Elohim. This is the Blue Flame creators of your world, of our people. They're the Emerald Order. They are the Emerald Covenant. They're the first one. Not better, just the first. I love you guys. It's awesome, man. You're awesome. You're so beautiful. I want to hug you, man, but you're like inside the camera, you know. Well, you're not inside my camera, but you know, you're looking through the lens of my camera. I see you. I see you. You see me. We can dream astral stuff together. You know, why not? It's not cheating, is it? Actually, I am single. I meant for you. What? What are you talking about, Fabian? I don't know. But you do stuff with your consciousness. Did you know that? You could like travel to your relative's room in another country. Hi, I see you. Well, they won't see you, so you have to tell them on the phone or something when you get back in your body. You can say, I saw you and you were wearing purple underwear, and then you took them off, and then you, well, anyways, you know, why do you think the government trains them? They train these people to travel to the enemy and check them out. There's an actual science, they call it, well, they don't say astral travel, they say remote view. Okay, that's like seeing something. Viewing means seeing something remotely from a far away. It doesn't matter how far, it's just remote, not like next to you. And you can see far away. It doesn't matter how far away. You just know, I mean, you can see. And you can like do like wow kind of stuff. You're like, what? No way. You can read inside an enclosed envelope, inside a locked box. It doesn't matter that it's enclosed in an envelope. It doesn't matter that it's in a locked box. You simply dismiss the box, dismiss the envelope, see the numbers, and write down the code in your mind and your memory. You repeat what you see in that envelope. You can do it. You have powers, that you have capabilities. You have a Merkaba right here. You have a Merkaba right here, right here, right here. You keep going and going. You have Merkaba, dimensional power, dimensional energy coming in. You dimensional gateways opening. You have access to other dimensions with these chakra. You know what is a Merkaba? Go look at it. I'll show you what is a Merkaba. Because you want to ascend. The Merkaba is part of ascension. These ETs, these Anunnaki, they are disconnected from source. They literally have, the Anunnaki have, it's not the Anunnaki, I keep saying that. The Anu Elohim have 11 dimensions and lower. The Draconians have 10 dimension and lower. And the Anunnaki are 9 dimension and lower. But there is something called the bipedal dolphin people who are actually also 11 dimension. So that's why these beings are called dark avatars. Because you guys see what the avatar is. But some of them are coming out of Phantom Earth, understand? Not all, but some are coming. All my Photoshop files are not in order. But this is the Phantom, this is the particle, and this is the antiparticle. And there's different levels of matter form in biology, different universes, different planets called adjacent Earths. As you go through carbon, You go through carbon-etheric, etheric, hydroplasmic, antimatter. You go into ascended mastery up here in the Kundalini. It's primal sound. You go through this, and now you go back to source God. Okay? You go back to God. God goes back down here. Ascended master. These beings create these beings. These beings create these beings. All three of these create the blue flame, gold flame, and violet flame. Blue flame, gold flame, violet flame. These are our founder races. This is cosmic. Okay, this is universal. Everything under cosmos are universes. This is the first universe. The three suns, the three flames, light. This is light. So these beings, the blue flame created, well, let me show you on this one. The blue flame created the cat people, the Anuhazi in the 12th dimension. So the 13th dimensional blue flame created the 12th dimensional Anuhazi. The 14th dimensional Ceres, for some reason, I don't know why, created the 10th dimensional, Seraphi gold flame. I say that because they're middle, but they're creating a bottom, and then the violet flame is creating something in the middle. So that is the only confusing thing to my own personal self. You would think they created this, and they created this, and they created this, but it's backwards or different. But anyways, we have the Omicron. See, this is supposed to be yellow, like this one. But this Omicron became fallen angel. It decided to be anti-Christos. So I decided to make them red, because it's kind of like a bad color of some sort. So the gold flame created this series, Omicron, Odedicron, and Athean, Mantis. But half of their people went bad, the Omicrons and Odedicrons. This is where you get the insectoids, the dinosaurs, the reptilians, the dragon moths. And of course the blue flame fell too. Let me see. That's how we get Anunnaki. See, bipedal dolphin people. The Anu Elohim are the Elohai that fell. They became bad. They became naughty. They cut their 12 strand off. They cut their 12 strand, so they became a D11. They're D11 dark avatars. Some of them are coming out of the Phantom. Oh wait, wrong map. Some of them are coming out of these levels. The D11 dark avatars. Dark oversouls, dark souls. And these are names from the Bible. I mean, we got Elohai. Let me go back to this. Elohai is Elohim. Elohai, Elohim, Seraphi, Seraphim. You know, the three planets are the same names of the houses. The Royal House of Vega, that's the reptiles, the Draconians. The Royal House of Avion, that's the Violet Flame. Amethyst Order. Emerald Order. This is the one where humans come out of. This is where the Lyrans come out of. So, I thank you guys for being here. I'm happy to share this information with you. You're awesome. You're beautiful. You're amazing. You're a 12 strand. You just don't know it yet. Holy ones, that's fear still controlling you. That will lessen over time as you learn to trust and fall into the primordial abyss of self. Once you begin to connect with Source, it fades. Everlasting's in the house. Yeah, we are God sovereign free. God sovereign free. That is what you call an affirmation. It's also a protection. It's also a realization. There was a being outside my room laughing menacingly, and I went to the door and tried to confront it, but it was dark and I couldn't speak. If you couldn't speak, some of these beings are like the succubus. The succubus will sit on your chest, siphon your life force energy, and you can't breathe and you can't move unless you overpower it. You know, you got religious people thinking you could just say the name of Jesus or something and have powers over this beings. These people are learning the dark system. They're in the dark system. They're thinking they're in the good system. They're in the dark system. You know, the Earth is not an ascension planet. It's a descension planet. You can't ascend without the sphere of Amente. Okachiwa. There was many souls that were disembodied. They didn't have bodies. They got stuck in the hologram fields, the holographic fields of Dimension 3, Dimension 2, and 1. Well, mostly 2 and 3. The Lemurian disembodied souls, the Atlantean disembodied souls that we have to collect through our incarnations, recollect. You have your second strand of DNA, the orange ray, your second chakra, the sacral chakra. That is your Lemurian emotion, your Lemurian consciousness. That arrogance and pride of the Atlantean, that's your solar plexus. Okay? These are lifetimes we lived. You were Lemurian, Holy One. You were an Atlantean. Not me, not just that person, all of you. You have a second strand, a second human strand. It's from Lemuria. That's part of your notch. You've been there. You've done Lemuria. You've been to Atlantis. You've done Atlantis. Now we're doing Orion. And after Orion is Muvarian. And after Muvarian is Unchechi. And you learn this heritage is your heritage, Holy Ones. I love you. You're so beautiful. Stop it. Ochuma. Yeah, it's about time I have to be quiet. Because it is 9, so 9:07. We got Rob in the house. How did you get Rob? That's incredible. Isn't there like millions of people on YouTube? How did you get Rob? Isn't it have to be like unique? And you got Rob? Welcome, Rob. I found herbal toothpaste at the Dollar Tree. Really? No fluoride. Good tip, man. That's pretty interesting. You might find some on Amazon or some other place too. That's a good idea, because unless you're someone who doesn't brush your teeth very much, then you won't be getting fluoride. But you know what I mean. That doesn't give you many kisses or dates. But anyways, what you want to become aware of. Also, electromagnetic energy, you guys realize we're around electronics. We're in a city. If you're in a city, you're in a grid, what you call an energy grid. Go outside of it and feel the difference. Go to a mountain, go to a forest, go to nature, that's what I'm trying to say. Feel the difference. Go outside the grid. I mean energy grid. Go outside of the grid. Okay? and then feel the difference. Now imagine living outside of that. Living your life outside of that energy. Not being against technology, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying you're being aware. You know how to shield yourself. You know how to protect yourself against these things that will hamper you, that will harm you. And okay, so you're taking some steps. Okay, some of you are taking steps. Remember, they're attacking your food. They're attacking your seeds. They're attacking your water. They're attacking your air. They're giving you these things. You're getting stuff in you. You're being literally you're being literally mutated. You are being distorted in your DNA, in your consciousness. You have what you call psychotronic. I shouldn't be talking political. I'm not. That's sort of political stuff that could get me in trouble. I'm just saying that you guys have to like actually learn a lot of the negative stuff that's happening, so you don't let it affect you and your loved ones and your children. That you know how to protect yourself against things that are simply, you realize that we're under occupation. Okay? We're under it. These beings are already here. And they look human. That's why they're here. They're here as humans in power. It's an occupation. So realize some shit. Take some of this seriously, that you're going to literally start changing your life, focusing your life on spiritual affairs. So it comes down to a spiritual war. You can be one of these New Agers who are saying only be positive, only be love and light, and that's it. Well, you're always going to be with love. We're not saying anything about love. We're talking about you talk about darkness because that is what is harming you, attacking you, declaring war on you. Okay? In 1992, there was several of these races from the Anunnaki and the Draconians who wanted to go back to the Emerald Covenant. And they can when they make the agreements. But they made those agreements and then they broke them. Are you surprised? So anyways, they broke them and now declared war again and now realized that this is already old information. I just said 1992. And that the midpoint of the ascension cycle was 2017. And that there's an intensification as the stargates are going to close. They're going to close. And we're here to stop pole shift. It's not even as if we're only responsible for ascension. Okay? We're also part of the people that are the wayshores, the ones that are helping on many different levels, not just genetics, not just part of the Starseed, Earthseed DNA. Okay? I tell you about the Holy Grail, the Indigo Children, the Starseeds. Your Starseed, your Pleiadian Starseed, you know, one of these Starseeds, you part of the inner Earth people, part of the Ternesium and human angel people. Are you part of, you know, which one? Because there's different Starseeds. So now there's going to be all kinds of new age concepts about what a starseed is. You got people who got lots of views who are teaching you some pretty strange concepts. So I'm still small. I won't be small forever. You guys see me growing quickly. So in just for me, I'm small, so the numbers are small, but in the last 30 days, there's been 270 subscribers in 30 days. So that's an increase, big time. So, and I have no reason for that to stop unless someone gives me some problems. So, what I'm saying is I will always be working on spiritual ascension and telling you guys the real deal, the real scoop. Not this new age message. It's all about, oh, we're all gonna go into the fifth dimension and go poof into light. It's gonna be heaven and everything's gonna be paradise. Sorry. You understand that there's evil all the way up to 11.5? You know, these new agers are telling you, right? Wait, let me find the right. You understand that you're here and you're trying to ascend either to 5D or D4, right? Well, whatever one you think you're going, it doesn't matter, because what I'm saying is, there's evil here, there's evil here, there's evil here. There's evil in the 6th dimension. There's evil in the 7th dimension, the 8th dimension, the 9th dimension, the 10th dimension, and the 11th. There is evil. So when you New Agers say it's all about just positive things, nothing negative, no, honey. You have no idea, do you? You're going to have negative, you're going to have polarity, you're going to have evil, you're going to have this for a long, long time. The highest is 11.5. So the darkness is part of the picture. It's part of polarity. It's part of God. It's part of the will. Part of the will of part of God. Understand intention. The original intention is love. That is God's original preference and intention. God has a preference. That's why unconscious oblivion, the path of chaos, leads you to the destiny of sorrow, into losing your identity. It's literally fragmenting so far down where you're space dust, where you're not, nothing dies. You only change form. So space dust is recycled by Source God into other living consciousness. So you returned to Source as evil. You went back to Source through unconscious oblivion. That was your God-free. That was your God-sovereign free choice. You know what the Emerald Covenant says? It says that we will all someday return to Source. This is the promise of the Emerald Covenant. You don't think Source would make a promise without knowing it could keep it? Without knowing, not believing, having faith, or thinking, or, checking. It's knowing. They know everything, all wickedness, all evil will return back to Source God. So that thing called singularity, that's gonna happen eventually. It might take millions, billions. Who knows, right? And who does know when all of these fields come back? Something, can you imagine, something is going to happen big to make all evil come back, to want to come back. And that's why you can imagine it's going to take a long time. See how much This is a transmission of spirit. Thank you for being here. Nano, anything is unnatural, nanotech. Yeah, this is technology. One thing you have to understand though, in the future is technology. Even, you live much more advanced in the future. So this concept of being a hippie or going and living out in nature, okay, that's your choice. But understand in the future, you're using advanced futuristic technologies. We're like gods compared to this level of reality. You don't think about shopping and spending money. You just simply have an immortal body. You're not worrying about makeup and going on diets, about your hair, about your face. You're all immortal, and you're giants, and you're like super beings. So the concept of reality from one density to another is huge. Imagine the next level after that, where there is no bodies at all. And that's only the mid-level. Because after no bodies, etheric forms that can change to any form would be a hydroplasm form, and then there's a thermoplasm form, and then you go back to ascended mastery. And maybe the ascended master returns to the hologram and goes to the human drama and comes in as an indigo child in the third dimension. I love you, holy ones, and you are holy, and you are mighty. You are part of the guardian angelic nations. You're from Lyra. You're part of the Lyrans, the feline, the cat people, the blue flame. Remember your heritage. You are all hominids. All hominid forms come from Elohai. All cat beings, land mammal beings, come from blue flame Elohai. Okay? You may be mixed. Maybe you're part Orion, part insect, part lizard, reptile. Maybe you really admire the dragons. Maybe you see yourself as a dragon, and you have no problems with survival of the fittest. You have no problems with vampiring energies from other living beings. You have no problems consuming animals or plants. You have no problems profiting from these beings. These are beings that you enslave and devour. And you also think that women are lesser, that it came out of the holy male's rib, and that you're meant to be subservient, and that you're all supposed to be worshiping some god. I love you, holy ones. We're remembering that you are God's sovereign free. That's all a con, that's all a lie. What is truth is unity. Love isn't fragmented and separated, and there's pain and guilt and sacrifice. No. Love is peace, kindness, friendliness, oh yeah, and no judgment. It's all are equal. How can you judge someone that's the same as you? So we're all one, and all are loving and friendly and kind, and you don't have to be sweet, but you probably are. Or you can be grumpy and rude and disrespectful and hateful and harming and fear, scaring people and going out and harming people, controlling people, taking out people. Wow. What is this? Stop! See, New Agers don't understand this. They think you don't think anything negative, honey. We're not talking about manifesting negative. We're talking about learning about what is a fallen angel, what is an energetic vampire. Okay? You're going on a spiritual journey. Maybe you're becoming enlightened. Maybe you are realizing love to all people. You're not judging, are you, in your own mind? That is still judging in your energy. You're still reflecting those dark thoughts. Or are you changing those dark thoughts and habits and reactions to people? Maybe now you're being friendly. Hi. Smile. Maybe you're smiling like an idiot. Maybe you're being kind and helpful. Maybe you don't call someone a derogatory comment based on their thing, and now you're saying, how was your day? I love you guys. The world needs healing. We all would imagine if everyone was being loving and respectful. There would be much less misunderstandings, if any. I want to be easygoing and have no problems, but there's evil beings in the world who have taken over power. Okay? There's evil beings in the world. You're forced to do something about it. Not ignore it and say, don't think of anything negative. You guys, that is very dangerous. It is dangerous practice not to prepare you and your loved ones and your children. Know how to be a guardian. I love you, holy ones. Thank you for coming to Christos Avatar. Son of Nurgle? Wait. Oh, I thought I saw Son of Nurgle. Peace is here. Is that your name is Peace? Johnny Angel Wolf is in the house. I have to be a little bit quiet, Matt Aldridge. Welcome, Holy One. Thank you, Adrian. Achua. Yeah. Eventually, when I get real big, I'll need one more moderator. I'm brighter? Aw, thank you. It's beautiful. I wasn't sure I would like it, but it's just right. I just wanted something different, and I've been poor for so long that I couldn't buy clothes for myself, so when I finally got a chance to buy a shirt, I did. Find something that I actually would wear, that I like, strange stuff, because excuse me. Because I grew up and I really liked this store called Buckle, and that's why I first started seeing affliction shirts. So I started wearing affliction shirts, and and then I got into spirituality and found out that I was wearing a bunch of skulls and a bunch of like dark symbols. I'm like, okay, but that's not me, but I like the colors and stuff. You know, so I don't wear all that stuff anymore because it bothers me. Like, I look at it now and I see like some occult symbols in my t-shirt. I don't like it now. So I don't have no occult symbols on this. I made changes. You guys have seen my changes. And we're all still going through changes. I think that my teachings will have to turn into, like, out of necessity, will have to turn into kind of like the defense against the dark arts, for real. Not to mention, at the same time, teaching spiritual ascension. Because it's like humans have a very strong spirit to be alive. Even if there's some extraterrestrial forces that will take over, if that was the case, I'm just saying, if that ever happens, realize that the human spirit is still going to survive and live. There's still going to be some guardians trying to come and rescue some of you. There's still indigo children that are... I'll keep talking and let me switch the camera battery. Some of us are still going to come help you all. I don't want to come back, guys. I feel like one of those old souls. One of those old souls that want to move on. You can say I feel like one of those, like, hey man, I'm done with Earth. I want to, like, kind of like, if I'm going to help out, I'm going to help out somewhere else. You know, we're not the only planet. You know, we're not the center of the universe like some BS ideas and theologies. We were created much later than many of those other races. I know 560 million years ago was a long time, but not as old as some of the races that are billions of years old. So it's pretty important to be a starseed, you know? Yeah, same with me. Most of those affliction shirts were black. I like to wear black too. Not because I was dark, I just like those designs. I wasn't into skulls and crap. Yeah, it's the same with me. I used to wear a lot of black. I just felt more comfortable wearing darker clothes. Black would be one of my first, that used to be like one of my first choices, but always wearing everything black kind of seemed weird. But anyways, we all go through our styles in our lives. We all like go through some type of, you know, change or transition, and there's actually some natural transitions that are normally supposed to happen when we're 11, 22, 33, and 44. At those different ages, you actually are meant to go through certain ascensions. You could say you're actually literally well, you know, part of the human race used to be immortal. We will once again be immortal. When we get our 12 strands back, when we get our DNA back, when you ascend, you're going to get your immortality back. So just think about it, you guys. Look how we are as a mortal race. What would that be like when you don't die? What will that be like? Well, you could probably still die. I'm just saying you're not dying of natural causes. So, anymore. It's kind of like this movie with Matt Damon, where it's kind of in a future and all the wealthy people are living. It's called Elysium. Elysium. Look it up. And all the people with money and prestige are living in this station outside orbit of planet, whatever, right? So everyone else is suffering down here. Up there, you have extension life. All diseases are now cured by technology. They have that knowledge. Well, you guys are aware. I hope you have some ideas that that's what people are saying about us now. That some parts of our civilization are living in advanced technologies than us. Almost kind of like a splinter. Well, kind of like, a breakaway civilization, they call it. Well, I've talked about it before, and it could be, conspiratorial, but it's already known. I talked about it in my Inner Earth video. If you want to see that, check out my Inner Earth video. I talk about how these Germans were a breakaway, became part of, not all the Germans, there was this part of the scientists and stuff who were using the technology to do this. They got involved with the occult. Hitler did. They used their might, they used their science power, and they had no problems with the spiritual. We did. We're Westerners. We don't believe in the spiritual in general. They did. They wanted to know the secrets of all, science and spirit. So, with that, they advanced so far ahead of us that they became a breakaway civilization in the future. You understand time. Time changes in the past or the future based on the frequency speed. These beings are developing their technology with the help of aliens from inner Earth. You would say aliens, not really, but some of them are from other time periods. If you're dealing with beings of like Mount Shasta, the city of Telos, the city of Agartha, Shambhala, there's different entrances to inner Earth. Captain Richard Admiral Byrd went through the portals at the North Pole and the South Pole. These are natural planetary portals that will take you to a future time of inner Earth. A version of Earth in a different time continuum. You're literally just simply going a little bit farther in the future. When you go through the North Pole portal, if you go through something called, like there's some caves in Kentucky that you can supposedly get down towards the inner Earth, but these are just areas, subterranean areas that will take you to the natural portals, or natural or unnatural portals to inner Earth. Beings that are trying to survive from floods or war have found themselves down in caves, down into the earth, trying to find refuge, safety. Naturally, people are going to do that under huge cataclysms or threats of life. So, some people made it to these cave systems, underground systems, which is really leading you, if you go the right way, into portals. Portals which take you, by the way, which are guarded. This technology is going to be protected. That's our whole job. Humans are protecting these gates. Go down there. Go down there, but they're protected. Anyways, there's all kinds of technologies being used that are super advanced from the intelligences of these extraterrestrials. And I described one of those technologies in my holographic universe video. Check it out. And that one talks about how the Anunnaki used planet Nibiru in conjunction with the giant Niberian crystal dyadic crystal grid that was on particle Earth and parallel Earth, a whole 12 crystals, so that's 24 altogether, and Battlestar Nibiru, which is kind of like a hollowed out planet that they turned into like a war planet, basically. So, and they were able to reverse the spin of Earth. This is like so crazy stuff, man, but we don't have an ascension planet. Earth is not an ascension planet. And it has to do with DNA blocks that we have, but it also has to do with technology like at this. These beings are so crazy, you know, lunatics, they're wicked. They're gonna do horrible things like this. You hear stuff about Saturn or using the rings of Saturn. That's what these beings are capable of. They use planets, man. They've destroyed planets, you know, even the most sacred ones. They destroyed Armatana. They destroyed Avion, planet Avion. So, most of this is not even our war. It's the family feud of the Elohim. It's their, you know, El, Enlil, Marduk, you know, these groups. Fighting, gangsters fighting amongst each other. So, anyways, you guys, I'll be finishing tonight's talk up. But, realize I will come normal time tomorrow. And I should be done with my video. It's done. It's recorded. And now I need to edit it. Maybe I'll do it by tomorrow afternoon. I love you guys. I love you. Peace. Namaste. Be loving to yourself. Can you love yourself, Starseed? Indigo child, love yourself. You are Moka Chupa Atash. You are glorious. I love you. I miss you. You're not alone. We're never alone. There's always part of our higher consciousness that loves us so much, that is aware, that is listening. I love you. Peace. Peace. Grace. Mindfulness. Achua. Aho. Sitas Mochikaya. Oh my.